I bet you've worked with a lot of high-profile celebrities, right?
I'd much rather hear your stories.
Hey!
One man. A man under the mask. A man with sketchers. Very scary and not sexy man at all. He is known as Michael Myers. Before I get started, I just want to thank you beforehand for watching my stuff, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. First stop, Dubai, or as you may know it, Dubai. I crawled through the steamy vent with sweat running down my jumpsuit. Our two targets for this mission is Carl Ingram and Marcus 3 Vesant. When I accidentally bumped into Marcus, I watched as he walked away, but this was the perfect time. One guard to take out and the first half of the mission was done. I put him in a chokehold, but I immediately got caught.
I see him! Right there!
I now found my first melee weapon, which I threw at a guard's face and necked his friend for saying something stupid. I didn't want to kill Marcus just by snapping his neck, so I dragged him through the floor and threw him off the whole building. For some reason, the alarm went off. I ran up some scaffolding, which led me to a lethal weapon, the screwdriver. The crowbar I used to knock people out was nice, but it didn't get the job done. I stuck my screwdriver deep in these guys' back and came across something wonderful. A sleeping man. I grabbed him, snapped his neck, and left without anyone noticing the crime. This woman tried escaping down the stairs, so I grabbed my trusty screwdriver and hit the middle of her head like she was a dartboard. Luckily, this led me right to Carl Ingram, so I took the chance and stabbed him, but I started getting finger blasted from every side, so I quickly ran out. Somehow, I survived and ended up in this situation. I climbed down the building and headed towards the exit, when all of a sudden, I blacked out. After countless amount of casualties, I called the elevator and walked to my next destination, Dartmoor, England, where Alexa Carlisle was located. Of course, my legs were tired, but I wanted to bash a snow globe into Alexa's head. Thinking about how I was gonna kill her made me excited, so I started being such a silly goose. I was stalking two gardeners when I got a sudden burst of adrenaline, and I smashed his head in with a brick and punched the woman in the face. Yes, Michael Myers punches women in the face, I'm not sexist. I dragged both corpses in the bushes, and I found a knife stabbed into a log. I was fully prepared, and I had to live up to the legacy. So just like in the movie, I started doing parkour. When I entered the room to kill Alexa, I couldn't find her, and upon the realization of my dumb, stupid, ugly, boo-boo face in the mirror, I climbed out the window in shame and tears. I found her. I found Alexa, but she was guarded by multiple people.
Bloody well be the one to clean up this whole mess.
I'm sorry. Don't do that!
Help me!
Oh, Jesus!
Help!
Oh, God!
After killing all others, I stared her in the face before ripping her soul from her body. I found a balding man, so I helped him and ended his life. After putting a guard's body in the closet, I myself went into the closet. Absolutely nobody knew where I was. I was gone, disappeared, vanished from this world. Psych, I was actually in the closet, but luckily I came out. These people were flirting, so I stalked them, not as a weirdo. Okay, maybe a little like a weirdo. And I got jealous, so I sliced his neck open. And if I can't have her, nobody can. Everything was going according to plan. Nobody was even a little suspicious of me. I lied. They found the body, so I had to kill everybody that was around. They messed up all of this death and corruption. It could have been avoided if they had just not found the body. And I was now standing on top of their bodies. I saw a woman, so I stabbed her for being a woman. I mean, I'm not sexist, what are you talking? After confronting two gentlemen, I shotgun blasted them just like in the movie. My plan was being flawlessly executed. To finish the mission off, I had to find the case file, which was in this vault, so I found the symbols in 4 different locations and opened the safe. I started hearing static, so I made my way down the building just for me to pop out of the bushes and run to my motorcycle. I drove off in style, all the way until I made it to a gas station near some woods. Ooh, scary and spooky. My next targets were 5 ICA agents who kept tracking my location. After being given the task to find Olivia, I looked everywhere, and I mean everywhere. I found a coin which I used to get a soda from the vending machine, and continued my journey through these spooky and scary woods. Ooh, spooky and scary. I came across a factory, and I saw the first of 5 of my targets that I needed to kill. I put him in a chokehold, grabbed his earpiece, and snapped his neck. Of course, there was a line to this party, so I had to go wait in line. But after waiting for hours, I decided to just run straight in, skipping all these people.
Where do you think you're going?
Luckily, none of that happened, and I decided to waltz over to the side of the building. I found a girl enjoying the view of some pipes, so I pushed her in there with them. And you're probably asking, John, what did you do with the soda from the gas station? Well, I threw it at his head and kidnapped his friend. I saw a hammer lying around, and somehow it just slipped out of my hands. I climbed over the fence just like in the movie. My stomach started growling, so I went to the restroom and found a guy peeing in front of all these people. So I made sure no one was looking, and I hit him with a pan. I kept hitting guards with pans and stuffing them into boxes, and I came across a second target I had to kill. I stalked my prey from afar, observing and gathering information, and when the time was right, I slit the first guard's throat and stabbed the other one. That was 3 out of 5 of my targets. He had no idea of my presence. He was staring death in the face, unknown of what came after. And then I started being a silly goose and peeing all over the screen. I threw my knife at the guard watching cams, and after killing the 4th target, I got caught. Everything started going downhill. I kept killing as much guards as possible, throwing any and every object until they were all dead. I was stalking another man once again, and while I was trying to be sneaky, he turned around at the wrong time. I kidnapped another man and sneakily observed 3 guards, when I then got spotted.
No, son of a bitch! I got him!
I located the last and final target, who had just found the body of the man I kidnapped, and swiftly ended his life. Everybody was after me now, and somehow, not 1, not 2, but 3 guards literally ran right by me. They damn near touched my shoulder. It was now time to head out, but the first dude that I ran past from before was still here, so I slit his throat. I walked back into the woods, stepping over puddles of water, and walked down the wet, slippery cement. After hopping off the train, I saw a woman in the rain. Well, I knew she was in pain. So I asked, what did she gain? In hope of, psych, I don't really care. What are the next 2 targets? Hush and Imogen Royce. I immediately started off by throwing apples at homeless people and even hitting them unconscious. Hey, what you looking at? I found a kitchen knife and silently started taking people out. There was a fire axe in case someone needed the axe to put out fires. That's how it works, right? I walked into a room where they were running some tests, and after taking out the guard, I killed Harsh, my first target. I decided that I finally had enough, and I went on a huge killing spree, showing no mercy to my peers and leaving no man behind, literally. I even punched a pregnant woman. I stalked the alleys like I was Batman on drugs, killed plenty more people, and I mean plenty, and tried getting in a room with the code 1234. Which somehow didn't work. I started doing parkour just like in the movie, and upon entering the room and searching thoroughly, I found a form which would help me progress in the objective. Sadly, with all the adrenaline I had, I killed an important person to the story. I planned to go kill everybody else, but this girl remembered the code, and once she opened the door, I killed her. I used my iPhone 360 to hack vents and killed this man with a family of 6 and a dog. There was 2 other people, but I decided to show mercy and just go past them. But boy oh boy was that a mistake, because as I was getting scanned, the girl saw me, ran off, and told security that I was in here. I silently took out more people and even kidnapped some. I waited by the tier 2 door until someone walked by because I didn't have a pass. And what do you know? It's like that saying, when a window of opportunity doors, you have to take the stairs. I quickly got this video demonetized and found a tier 2 dongle pass. When walking across the building was my target, Imogen Royce. As I waited for her to pass by, I killed her guard, slit her throat, and took her with me so we could do things. I had to get down below, so I used a coin as my distraction, and after the first guard was killed, I started lobbing my whole inventory at the guard. I followed Oppenheimer's steps and set off another nuclear bomb, just like in the Michael Myers movie. Luckily, I was safe since I was inside this building, but my cover got blown. I started making my escape, killing anyone in my way, but these guys were not playing around. They released the whole army after me, so after killing just a couple more guards, I used the code that the girl said, and when I came onto the roof, I found a sniper, and I sniped someone, just like in the Michael Myers movie, and I made my exit with no one spotting me. I found Diana waiting for me, so I just ran up to her and tried to make her as uncomfortable as possible. My targets for this mission were Dawn Archibald Yates and Tamara Vidal. I found a brick on the floor and made my way down the wooden stairs, which led me to a guard. I ran up the stairs with a brick in my hands just for my first target to walk right past me, Tamara Vidal, aka... It doesn't even matter no more because she definitely died after that fall. But I still cracked her neck just to be safe. I tried to go punch another gardener, but I started getting shot at from every angle, even with a whole shotgun. Michael Myers was dead. I couldn't let that slide though, so just like in the movie, I grabbed the pistol and continuously shot him in the head. And with a small glance up, I saw the area crowded with people, which could only mean one thing. And just like in the Michael Myers movie, luckily none of that happened, and hopefully this video gets monetized. I died, so I had to kill Tamara once again. I stalked her for a while until the right moment hit, walked up to her, and cracked her neck. When suddenly I got punched in the face, so I beat him unconscious. I was stalking my victims when I then took one into the bushes. Who knew that one single coin is a good enough distraction for me to sneak into a mansion? So after seeing my target, I picked up some shoes and watched as he and his wife walked right past me. I killed his 3 guards, and he started running from me. But he should have known better than that. Okay, maybe that was a bad idea because now every guard was on me, and I could only kill one person at a time. So I had to rely on my skills to get away from this mess. I found his wife, so I grabbed her and put her in a leaf grinder. I used another coin for my great escape and saw that Diana wanted to dance with me. Michael Myers was now dancing with Diana. Can I say molested on YouTube? After being drugged and molested, I woke up in... After being drugged and waking up to my booty hole burning, I was in some type of medical station and killed the first doctor I saw, Arthur Edwards, the last of my victims. I came across a doctor and a guard, but I was gonna let them live due to what a distinguished gentleman I was. 1979 was written on a poster, so I put that code in, and it gave me a crowbar which I used to break open the door. I was in a moving train. I started walking on the side of the train and even doing parkour, just like in the Michael Myers movie, and sneakily made my way to kill another guard. I was running atop the train when I almost got hit, but my weed game is impeccable. I found a room full of guards that I had to kill because no mercy. I took the first one and immediately died. I tried again, but this time with an icicle. Okay, yeah, that didn't work. I threw icicles, bricks, and kept taking the guards one by one until they were all dead. Just to make sure that they were truly dead, I shot them with their own guns. Just like in the Michael Myers, I climbed into the window and started whooping some butt and even moved them out of the way, just so I could open the door. I took out some more guards, found a sleeping guard, and just like in the Michael Myers movie, they should have known better. This all happened because of them and their choices. Michael Myers is actually Michael Jackson. I went on a rampage of just beating up every guard. I even turned the power off so I could beat some more guards up in the dark, and once again, Michael Myers blacked out.
What about border inspector?
Release that ladder!
The bloodlust that came over me was irresistible, and any chance of killing any guard tempted me. I pushed the guard off the whole train and punched another one off of it. I had to come up with a plan for this one, so I threw my hammer at the first guard and overloaded the fuse, which blinded them. It was now hammer time. After murdering the whole team, I pushed everybody off and definitely didn't replay the same clip over and over. I found a knife in the restroom and put it to use right away. I even teabagged this dude after dying. After killing just a few more people, I found my last and final target, Arthur Morgan, and I even had a few words with him.
I don't suppose there's any point calling for help.
No.
Oh, and by the way, I've never seen any Michael Myers movie.